So guys, right now, the Senate is urging Tinubu government to stop rehabilitating terrorists back in the community, because we know that Tinubu government, all they do is to pardon and to reintegrate these terrorists back in the community. And here it says that Senate urges Tinubu government to end rehabilitation of repentant terrorists amid rising killings and abduction. And here also said that breaking, the Senate today urged the federal government to discontinue the policy of rehabilitating and integrating former Boko Haram members into the society, because we know that the government of Tinubu, all they do is to pardon and to also rehabilitate them in the community, to the extent of recruiting ex-terrorists into our Nigerian army. And then tomorrow we are shouting about insecurity. And here say that it does not make even common sense to grant pardon, rehabilitate, and integrate criminals. Senator Adams Oshomole speaking as the Senate calls for the suspension of terrorist rehabilitation program. The Senate are calling that the government to suspend any rehabilitation program of these terrorists back in the community, because it does not make any sense that you come and rehabilitate terrorists back in the community and then we want the government to fight insecurity, but all they do is to pardon and to rehabilitate them back in the community. And it will shock you to know that the APC government does not like anybody coming out to speak against them. Here said that security analyst Basha Kofi detained for exposing how Katsina APC government sponsored terrorists for Hajj with taxpayers' money. They don't want anybody coming out to talk against them. Imagine detaining somebody that came out to say the truth, that the Katsina APC government, they sponsored terrorists using the money of people, money of Nigerians. So that was his only crime, to come out and say the truth. He was detained. And also here says, hold authorities responsible if anything happens to Sakim Daria, which you all know him. Deja Dayanju raises alarm over threats against popular comedian. This APC government, they don't want anybody speaking against them. They don't want anybody, even P2B have come out to cry out that his life is in danger, that they are after his life because he's an opposition and because he calls out the APC government for failing to do their duties. So APC government don't like anybody speaking against them, be you anybody. This is the issue you have in Nigeria. And this is the defense minister saying that don't wait for orders before confronting terrorists. Nigeria defense minister Musa tells soldiers, and here also said, immediately you are deployed, do not wait for anybody's order before shooting any bandits or terrorists. Anyone who refuses to shoot on Sharade bandits or terrorists while waiting for an order will be treated as bandits. But guess what? This same minister of defense came out and said that these terrorists are prodigal sons, that they should forgive them. This is the same person that's coming out now to say that don't wait for orders, just shoot on sight if you see any terrorist, and that if you refuse to shoot on sight, that you will be treated as a bandit. I think this is a new development and it's a welcome development. We don't need to be waiting our soldiers because they are waiting for orders. And these terrorists, they are all well equipped with sophisticated weapons. They have weapons that can wipe out all our military. I don't know who give them those weapons. By the way, guys, let me get your views about these videos you just heard now, and let me get your views in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Agencies. Equally important is the support of traditional rulers, religious leaders, community leaders, and the general public. It is important, again, for those that will handle this equipment. These equipments cost billions of naira that could have been used for other aspects, but have been dedicated to do this. So I want to charge you that we must maintain this equipment very well. We will come after a year and see how these equipments are looking. Because we don't want to hand them over and then you throw them away or you mishandle them and they become bad within a few months. They must serve the purpose they are brought in. And I want to reiterate this to all members of armed forces and security forces. Once you are deployed, do not wait for any order from anybody to shoot any bandit or any terrorist. I want to make that very loud and clear. Anybody who refuses to shoot or kill any bandit or terrorist in the name of his waiting for an order, we will treat you like a bandit. The federal government, the state government, the local governments, and indeed Nigerian taxpayers' money is what is used to buy this equipment.
Apart Upon resumption from a 3-week recess, lawmakers are officially welcomed back in keeping with parliamentary tradition.
Our retired military personnel.
The rising spate of insecurity circles back into focus as Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua sounds an alarm over the increasing wave of attacks targeting serving and retired military officers.
The Senate further notes with grave concern the growing pattern of abductions, killings, and violent attacks against serving and retired military personnel across the country.
We are walking the streets as walking cops because anything can happen to anybody. There is an urgent need for the leadership of this Senate to meet with Mr. President and re-emphasize the concern of Nigerians. Otherwise, quite frankly, it's becoming in an election year. Anything can happen to anybody.
Following robust deliberations, the Senate further resolved to ensure arrest and prosecution of those responsible for the violent attacks.
Your additional prayers to stop rehabilitation Boko Haram.
Yes, it does not make evil common sense to grant pardon and rehabilitate and reintegrate criminals.
Those in favor of the prayer say aye.
I just told you here that the Nigerian government is complicit in this insecurity. The way they are treating these terrorists and the way they are talking with them shows that, yes, they are partners in business. This latest order, how far can it go? The previous order, what effort, what did it bring to us? I can bet my last couple that the people doing all this in Niger State are the same people that kidnapped those Catholic students. And later release them. They are the same group of people within that vicinity, that Niger State. They are the same people operating. So if you do not take them down the first time, you do not take them down the second time, you do not even take them down the third time. Is it this one now that you are going to, what are you going to do now that you have not done before? Well, you have brought the other previous one. What did you do? That's the question. These are just for the optics. It's not as if anybody is going to do anything. The bandits and terrorists are acting with impunity because they know that, yes, they have support somewhere. That's why they are not bothered. It is unfortunate that a region that is lacking behind in education is suffering this type of menace. And they are treating it with kid glove. If you want to open school in areas that are not under attack, of what use is it? Are they not supposed to be following a syllabus? So the syllabus will be running in another part of the state, while in the other one they are at home. Let them stop this thing for God's sake. It is stoppable. This insecurity, it is stoppable for God's sake. If they can bring sincerity of purpose, I don't see how terrorists can defeat the whole Nigeria. But because of insecurity, the very people who claim that they are fighting insecurity are the ones helping the terrorists, are the ones in bed with them, are the ones collaborating with them. They are the ones, giving them all the privileges that they want. So, how can you say you are fighting insecurity? When you are giving them money for every kidnap, why wouldn't they continue to fester? In Niger State alone, between last week and now, is over 3, adoptions. 3. And then killings. So how can you tell me that people are serious over this matter? They have reduced Nigeria to nothing. In fact, Nigeria is worthless from the look of things, where terrorists are now dictating to government what they want and what they do not want. And government officials are pampering them, engaging them in phone calls, discussing with them and all that. It's so sad, seriously. I never thought that this would get this bad under APC. Government is not telling us the truth about this matter. whenever they want to appease the public, they will issue a statement that they kill 200 of them. Meanwhile, we cannot see anybody. Nobody backs. They just say it. So on what ground will I now believe them? Is it not on record that the ones they managed to overpower, the one that as security agents managed to overpower, within weeks, they are rehabilitated back into the military, into civilian lives and all that. They are being pampered. They sew uniforms to them and all that. Is that not on record? Or is that one too propaganda? So when you keep treating them like that, on what ground will I now support you that yes, you want to actually exterminate them? Is that not why more and more are coming into Nigeria? One terrorist group after another, they just walk into Nigeria and they open shop, establish their business and start operating. How many of them are operating here now? That is, let me just be generous with the number. At least seven terrorist organizations operating on Nigerian soil now. What does that tell you? How did they come in here? Is it not government and their policy that open our border and say they should come in with $200? They will give them visa. So what exactly? What other evidence are you looking for to tell you that government is complicit in this matter? The way they are treating these people is more than enough to tell you that yes, they are working with them. So I'm not amused. I don't believe in what they are telling me. Until they do the needful, you and I will see, will know that yeah, government is serious here. Donald Trump that came in, didn't you see? That is a man that is serious about something. He didn't waste time. He took action. Under 1 month of discussion, the man bombarded everywhere. And you are telling me that government is there. Let them come and meet me and tell me that story. Sheikh Gumi, who have been hobnobbing with these terrorists and all that, telling us, in fact, threatening the whole country. They banned him from coming into Saudi Arabia. But in Nigeria, the man is gallivanting all over the place, making statements. Nobody have arrested them. Nobody have said anything. Please, my dear, leave that thing. They know what they are doing. They know what they are. When they are serious, you and I will see it. The metaphor for this insecurity is Plateau and Benue, where foreign terrorists entered Nigeria, took parts of Benue and Plateau, sacked the villagers, and sent them into IDP camp, and they are occupying those villages. They renamed it, and they are living in people's home, ancestral home, as I talk to you now. Is that one false? Is it true or false? Tell me. Is it true or false? These are the people you swore to protect when you are taking your oath of office. Foreign terrorists, they came in here, took part of Nigeria and established their presence there. And you, the government, you don't even bother. You are not even, they have been there. It's getting to 10 years now. These people have been there. In another person's house. What kind of arrogance and impunity is that? And you call yourself a government, Abi? So you want to tell me that government is not aware? Michael Arnold, that American man that came here, he said he saw over 600,000 people in those IDP camps. Nigerian citizens. This is Benue that's supposed to be the food basket of Nigeria. Then the real farmers are in IDP camp. How do they farm? And then foreign terrorists, foreign. Because these people are not from Nigeria. If they are from Nigeria, they will not take over another person's home when their own house is there. That action alone will tell you that they are not from here. And you are telling me that government is what? Government is doing what? So they have not seen those people, Abi. They have not heard, Abi. What are those Benue people doing in IDP camp? Is that their home? Tell me, is that their home, IDP camp, in your own country? Personally, I'm not happy. I'm not joking. I am not just happy. Because if you know what these people have done to Nigeria, they have destroyed our life, They have destroyed our economy. They have destroyed our respect all over the world. What kind of thing is this? Every day, these people keep demarketing Nigeria as if there's nobody here. What kind of thing is this? This man that is talking now, Gumi, in Saudi Arabia, they declared him persona non grata, Mosisi. That is the seat of the Islamic world. But here in Nigeria, this man is behaving as if he owns Nigeria. Please, is that something that should give you some cheer? That a man is talking like this, giving us an ultimatum against terrorists and all that. In a country that you call a sovereign state, terrorists are here dictating the... Look, there are things you don't even need to talk about. When Donald Trump said that we're a disgraced country, I now realize what he meant. No country whatsoever can tolerate this type of nonsense. Seriously. And people are here. They're blaming Donald Trump for whatever. Are you serious? The man is so annoying that he had to come in by force. And Nigerian government and their ability, they are just there. If they had done the needful, will Donald Trump enter here? Why didn't he go to Ghana? Why didn't he go to Ghana? Very embarrassing situation that Nigeria have lost everything. We are not worth a penny now before the international community, and you are calling yourself a giant of Africa. In economy, in politics, in infrastructure, nothing. In democracy, nothing to show the whole world. And you are seeing here clapping. One man was making noise that he is growing the fastest political party in the whole world. I said, look at that. Look at that. The fastest political party in the whole world. Are you serious? What about the fastest growing economy in the whole world? The political party. Are there not people that are running into your party to save their head from EFCC for the crime they committed? Is there any other reason? Mention one person that entered APC that doesn't have a skeleton in their cupboard. Please mention one person. Let us start from there. That somebody will come into Nigeria, into America, and take part of America and sack the people there and take over the place. Can such a thing happen?
When was the last time we had a battle suicide bombing? It hasn't happened.
But it's happening here, and you are living with it. And you are still trying to give me excuses here.
Barrister, nobody is giving
you are trying to do that, and I will not agree with you. America, Donald Trump is putting America first. With this kind of behavior, look, no country dare touch America. Donald Trump, that DT, it means don't touch. Don't touch. DT.
You're basically campaigning.
I am telling you, I swear to God, if I have the power, Donald Trump, I will do more than him.
Okay.
Because this world will need the disciplinarian, because everybody is going gaga. Look at what happened in Tanzania. Because of election, one woman carried all the opposition and clamped them into detention. Is that democracy? Please tell me. Is that democracy? Such a place needs a disciplinarian to teach them a lesson. That's what I'm saying. These people that are disturbing us here, giving us ultimatum that if we Christians don't convert to Muslims, all of them will die, or they will be paying them due. This kind of thing, is it not annoying?
Okay.
If you have a government, we don't behave like that. We don't behave like that.
Let's touch on a few other headlines, still from first.
Is Donald Trump threatening the whole world or some selected countries because of what they are doing? The whole of Latin America is powered by cocaine trade. The whole of Latin America, cocaine is their main trade. And Donald Trump said, look, you are shipping this into my country.
And it's affecting.
It's affecting my youth and everybody. Yes, we don't want it. How else will do you think Donald Trump is like Nigeria? Who will see terrorists strolling into Nigeria from wherever and you won't talk? No, tell me. So please, I like what the man is doing. Whether, yes, it may not be right in international law, but he is doing something to protect his people. Look, there is nothing as good as when a president says something and you follow it, especially during his inauguration. He said America first. Mr. Okoro and Moses, please, with what Donald Trump is doing today, can any terrorist, no matter how drunk he is, enter America to mess up?
Well, they still have their own internal issues.
Leave internal matter, please. Psychopath, yes, there are people that are angry and all that. That one is the... I said terrorists, like we have in Nigeria, who will come in here and say...
Do they have ungoverned spaces? I don't think they do.
There are wide... No, there are
issues on government spaces.
Which one do you mean by government spaces?
All this defense is not enough, please. All this defense is not enough.
No, it's not defense. We're having a conversation.
Yes, I know. Look, there are wide life in America, wide spaces that are nobody. Are you getting on? But the fact remains that no terrorists can enter America and last for 24 hours. Two of us. No matter how powerful Donald Trump or any American president may be, he will never be like Adolf Hitler.
Well, some will argue that he's getting there.
Yeah, no, he will never.
Some will argue that he's getting there because he's been doing everything unchecked. I mean, the Senate and the House of Rep in the U.S. they are politically a Republican House of Senate.
Leave politics alone. Donald Trump is trying to bring sanity in a troubled world. Every rogue government in the whole of this world should watch it.
So who checks him now?
For what now? For what? He's doing a good job. That is the same thing God brought Jesus Christ and Moses to do. When Pharaoh was becoming whatever, is it not Moses that God sent to go and deal with him? So God will always bring somebody to deal with a bad situation at any point in time.
Well, with the statement, that's not just a statement, that's a fact. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes, that is...
The world is giving Donald Trump, some will argue, an absolute power which will corrupt him absolutely.
The U.S. Parliament is more powerful than Donald Trump.
Not this current parliament that they're all afraid of Donald Trump.
Remember, you have the Democrat and you have the Republican. Is Donald Trump commanding all of them? The answer is no.
I mean, the House is being controlled by Republican, both the Senate and the House of Representatives. And the Republican, the lawmakers on the Republican Party, I mean, the Republican Party is definitely a Donald Trump party now. And they are all afraid of him.
No, listen.
If stories start to be believed anyway.
Is the citadel, the bastion of democracy. They wouldn't want to violate it. Ask me if what Donald Trump is doing is right. Yes, it may not be right in international policy, in international law. But the other way around, the people that Maduro chased out of Venezuela, what happened to them because of politics? How can you come into government and start acting like a god? No, tell me.
Is that exactly what Donald Trump is doing now? He's acting like a god right now.
Did Donald Trump will chase anybody out of America because he's powerful, because of the politics he's playing?
Well, it's a high-handedness in the immigration system. It's like chasing people out of America. Some would argue.
We need a Donald Trump to checkmate these terrorists. I'm telling you. If there is no Donald Trump, they will overrun this world, and one day you and I will be in trouble. Didn't you hear what Israel said the other day, that all Christians must convert to Islam, or else they will be killed, or they will start paying them tax to save their head? What kind of arrogance is that, please, for God's sake? No, tell me, will Donald Trump tolerate such a nonsense? We are talking of a very serious matter here. What these people are doing and what Donald Trump is doing, which one is worse? Can't you think of all these things? These people have turned this world into something else.
The level of insecurity is alarming. The level of insecurity is alarming because the defense minister came out and said that terrorists are prodigal sons. It was trending when he said this, that terrorists are prodigal sons. And now again, they have come out to say that shoot at on sight. Don't wait for anybody to call you or to give you order to shoot. This is what the defense minister said, that if you see any bandits, you should shoot them on sight. Don't wait for order. And again, why does the APC government don't like anybody coming out to call them out? They don't like anybody calling them out. If you do so, they will arrest you, they will detain you, they will track you down. We know how many TikTokers that have been detained by this APC government because they spoke out the truth. They don't like people coming out to say the truth against them. That's why Peter basically says that his life is at stake. His life is at stake. That his life is at stake by the APC government. That he might not even be alive for the kind election. This is what the chief of defense have said before. He said, like prodigal son, Nigeria terrorists deserve rehabilitation, not death. Defense chief. This is coming from People Gazette. This is a proof that before he was in support of rehabilitation of these terrorists and not death. Now he's coming after saying that they should buy them on site, that they should not wait for anybody to give order. This is happening in Nigeria, where we are just confused. We don't even know the one to follow again. Today they give an order, tomorrow they give another order. By the way, guys, let me get your views in the comment and please subscribe if you are new to my channel.